Hey, what up guys, it's Caleb here, and it's been a long time since I uploaded my last video, and if you follow my Instagram, you'll know that I've been traveling around and I just got back to Vancouver about 2 weeks ago. So before I left for my trip, I asked a questions on my YouTube and just asking you guys, what do you want me to talk about on my YouTube channel? And I got a few comments and questions about that, and I would like to answer those in this video. So the first question was from PokerPro86, and he asks how to be a self-taught graphic designer with the main goal to be a freelancer and work for yourself. So I think that's a great question because all of my YouTube channel, most of my YouTube channel is talking about how to teach yourself graphic design, and I have a lot of tips for becoming a freelancer as well. But to put them all together, I have a few quick tips that maybe you want to keep in mind. So if you want to be a freelancer in the end, I think you have to have a lot of cases in your portfolio. So think about, if you don't want to do business with just one client, right? You want to do business with as many people as possible. So when you pitch yourself to them, they will definitely want to see if you have done similar things in the past. And the more case study you have, the more relevant you are to those people. Like on contrary, if you want to work for Facebook, right, they may not care about like how many people you work with. They care about like how much focus are you on one project. So there's a difference between working for a studio or for a startup than working for a contracting career. So you have to think about that. And the second thing is like you really have to focus on building yourself, building your sales skill, building your marketing skill, because like being a freelancer, you're basically a salesperson. You're selling yourself and yourself as a product. So when you sell your design service to other people, how do you convince people to buy from you, right? How do you put yourself out there so that other people can learn about your work and know more about what you do and reach out to you, right? So there's a lot of like marketing skill, sales skill, and then also you want to learn about some accounting skill as well. When you get a chunk amount of money, right, how do you manage this money, right? Do you pay tax? Do you incorporate your business? How do you get a tax cut? How do you just better manage your finances? I think there's a lot of things that you're gonna have to think about. You're not an employee anymore, so your employer are not paying taxes for you, so you have to think about this whole thing. So there's just a couple of things to keep in mind. Getting a lot more work. Definitely the most important thing is improving your design skill, because your skill is not good, nobody's gonna hire you. So improving your design skill, put more work in your portfolio, high quality work, get better in your sales pitch, sales skill and marketing skill, and then manage your finances. I think these are all the things that are pretty important to be a successful freelancer in the end. So the second question I get is from Flower Whites, and she basically asks, how do you need to learn software editing and just like creating video skill. And I think I kind of understand why you're going with that, because a lot of small studio, they would like their employee to be able to do many different things and like cutting videos and all that. But these are not the skill for a designer. So if you are focusing on getting a job with a small studio, then you may need to learn a lot of different things. You may need to learn creating logo and some developments, UI and UX, poster design, everything combined together. But I would say that like as a designer, it's very hard to be good at, to be great at every single thing you do, and I will highly recommend that you focus on a niche. And usually for this small studio, because they don't have the budget to hire better people, and they usually pay not as well as other like really focused, niche focused studio or startup. So if you want to get 100K plus, like most of the time those startup or studio, they're not going to require you to know as many skills as small studio would. So you really want to think about that, like what do you want to focus yourself on, like what kind of client do you want to attract, low paying client, low paying company, or high paying company. So high paying company, they usually won't require to do as much as different thing. So the third question I got is from Ismail, and he asks, how do you become a front-end developer in months? And I'm not sure about in months, but I can definitely guarantee that if you start developing your own design. So for example, your first portfolio may be a good chunk that you can work on. So if you start working on those, then you can learn bit by bit front-end development. Front-end development can get into very like deep too, right? If you want to learn about React, learn about Angular and all those like JavaScript stuff, can be really difficult, and I'm not sure about in months. But if you're talking about just HTML and CSS, I'm pretty sure you can learn a chunk of knowledge in this kind of front-end developments in months. And just start by developing your own website, some small website for your clients, and then I think you can pick it up from there. Right now I'm developing a lot of my work for my client as well, just basic HTML, CSS, and some JavaScript, pretty simple stuff, nothing fancy. But yeah, you can definitely learn about those, and you can go to W3 School. I learned a lot from that website, so just put it out there. And the last question I want to answer is from Sassys Noodle or Doodle, and design for mobile with grid system. So I think that one I made a video about grid system before. I don't want to make it again, but like for mobile, I didn't cover that. For mobile, I use a 6 grid system instead of a 12 grid system because mobile is definitely a smaller canvas. So I think 6 grid system is just good enough, and if you want to learn more, just go online and search for it. Like I don't do a lot of mobile work, but I mean when I do, I use 6 grid system, but the law like theory is the same as the other grid system video I made before, so you can check that out. I think that's all for this video, and if you have any other questions, definitely suggest them on the comment section below, and I'm gonna ask another question on my community page as well, so keep in mind with those. And if you want to ask me anything, just comment and then I'll answer those in the next video. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and if you have anything, just ask me and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Cheers.